going on there, friends? My name is M238 and welcome back to another episode of Super Mario World on the All-Stars. We're up last time. We got through the first world, which is Yoshi's Island, and then we also got through we also got through a little bit of Donut Plains, and now in this part we're going to be taking on more of Donut Plains, starting with the Donut Secret 2. This is the this is an ice level. Oh baby, ice levels are fun. So that was a coin train right there. At first, it can be in a casual playthrough. That can be a little that can be a little weird about what to do with that thing. But basically, you can actually control that thing. So you can control the direction of the train, which is so if you know how to control it well, you can get yourself a lot of coins, which is pretty cool, pretty darn cool. So yeah. I won't spend too much time worrying about that at all. Okay, there's a dragon coin right there. I'm gonna get it. Thank you. Oh! Alright. Woo! Alright. And then over here. Boom, 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 boom. 1 up. Oh baby. Alright, easy. We did that in under a minute. That was pretty good. Alright. Another difference I forgot to talk about in this version as opposed to Super Mario Advance 2. Okay, that takes us to Donut Plains 3. We're not gonna be doing that yet because we're missing a level before we do that, before we go there. So if you get hit, you actually instantaneously go to small Mario instead of just losing one set of power-ups. So it's like in Super Mario Advance 2, if you had a fire flower and you get hit, then you're still big. But that's not so much the case here with this game, with this version at least. So yeah. So flying is actually faster than running. So I fly whenever I can. And I know I did say in the beginning of the Let's Play that I wasn't gonna fly through levels, but but you guys didn't miss out on anything, so no, that does not count as me flying over a level because I didn't fly through the entire level. There are some secret exits in this game that actually requires you to fly. The cape is definitely very important. So this is what happens when you have 100 stars. You have to play this like minigame right here for a chance to win some lives. It's just good if you want a lot of lives. That's good right there. So this is the top secret area. The top secret area, well, is actually really cool because you get 2 fire flowers, a Yoshi, and then 2 capes. The reason that Yoshi egg would contain a 1-up is because I already have Yoshi. So that's really good. That's actually a really good grinding spot if you want to, if you're in need of power-ups of any sort, or a Yoshi. And it's also a pretty good 1-up grinding area. Okay, so normally you can fly up here like this and go straight to the end of the level, but for those who don't know how to go through this level normally, I will show it off. That is by simply go in that door again, and then hit this block right here so you can climb this vine. Okay, simple as that. I did that for you guys. Okay, I'm not sequence breaking this game like I've been doing so far for every Mario game in the All-Stars pack, especially Super Mario Bros. 2. I kind of broke Super Mario Bros. 2 apart, which I think I should feel a little guilty about that because you guys missed out on a bunch of stuff. But whatever. You guys have seen what it looked like when I originally did the Let's Play, so it's fine. So by the way, Koopa shells are actually pretty special when it comes to riding on Yoshi, and that's because when you ride on okay, alright. Up here you can get yourself a dragon coin, and then I'm gonna go back so I could go back on Yoshi. All right. So anyway, yeah, Koopa shells are actually special when you have Yoshi on you. Every different Koopa will actually give Yoshi a bit of power. Green shells give you nothing. Red shells, you can spit fire. Yellow shells, you can do like this pounding attack. And then purple shells or blue shells, purple, blue, I don't know, purple and blue look the same, but you can fly. And I like to consider the blue Koopa shells to be the best. But they are, well, no, I was about to say they're the hardest Koopas to try to get, but well, to try to deal with, but no. Yellow Koopas are the hardest Koopa Troopas to deal with in this game, but they're not too hard, but not difficult enemies by any means. All right, Donut Plains 4. Donut Plains 4 introduces a new type of enemy. We have the multicolored shell, and the multicolored shell gives you all the properties of every Koopa shell that I just explained. So basically, this Koopa shell gives you this Koopa shell gives you fire, the pound move, and flight. That is awesome. So here's a area that you guys probably didn't know that existed. Probably because you never bothered to check where all the dragon coins are. But I mean, I don't blame you, because dragon coins aren't necessarily required to as part of 100%, or at least in this version of the game. All right, star power. Here we go. All right, so there is actually there it is. All right, a lunar moon. Lunar moon. There are every world except for every world except for except for Star World and Special World have a lunar moon, and a lunar moon gives you 3 1-ups, and they only appear once, so you can't just abuse it at all. There is actually a lunar moon in World 1 in Yoshi's Island 1. By the way, I just want to show this off real quick. If you can actually go up here and take a nice little shortcut, but if you don't have a cape, well, once again, for you guys, I'm gonna do this level the normal way. So this is what the normal path to the castle looks like. I haven't seen it in quite a long time, to be fair, due to some SMW speedruns. So yeah. But yeah, there is actually a lunar moon in World 1, Yoshi's Island, in Yoshi's Island 1, but I didn't access it because I didn't have a cape back then. You actually need a cape in Yoshi's Island 1 to do it. In fact, you know what? At the end of the episode, I will show it off, just so for people who want to look for it, because it is actually a pretty clever location, unless you have a cape. And you just, unless you have a cape and has always flown through the level. Okay. By the way, whatever you do not spin jump when you're in this tight space. It's bad for you. I'll just say that. Since it's not Roy's one, we thought we'd make it out of one. That's a reference to a very old YouTube video back in the day that I really enjoyed. So this is how useful Fire Flower is. If you switch to Fire Flower and you throw two fireballs at Morton Koopa Jr. and then jump on him once, then he dies, just like that. Easy. Otherwise, without Fire Flower, you just have to jump on 3 times. It's really easy, but as long as you don't let him go on top of the walls, then he starts to cause you a lot of problems. But overall, not a hard fight. As I said already in the last video, every single boss in this game puts up no challenge whatsoever. As long as you fight them correctly, of course. But I mean, if you're not good at fighting them, then I don't know. I don't know what goes on in your head then. Alright, so World 2 is done, and now we move on to Vanilla Dome 1. Vanilla Dome, oh man, this is when the game gets a little bit challenging from here on out. Well, it gets progressively hard, per se. But it's really not it's not a tough world, that's for sure. Oh boy. Okay. So when you're riding on Yoshi in this game, your hitbox is actually taller. Your hitbox is actually 3 tiles wide. 3 tiles tall, I mean. Sorry. When you have Yoshi on top of you, or when you're riding on Yoshi, and then when you duck, you don't have a 1 tile hitbox. Oh, okay, that was pretty close. Okay, so yeah. Oh yeah, I did not mention this either, but those are self-explanatory. Those things that you see are actually midway points. They actually, if you die, you start from those points. So they're checkpoints, pretty much, which is really cool. Okay. Oh my goodness. Well, that sucks. I totally forgot that there was a Buzzy Beetle through that. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Well, that sucks losing Yoshi there. Okay, there's a Dragon Coin right here. There you go. That is a pit. But in Super Mario Advance 2. So yeah. But it's not in this version, so that's good. Okay. So with that over with, I don't have Yoshi anymore, which kind of sucks. But don't worry, there's plenty of opportunities where we get to see Yoshi again. Because Yoshi is awesome in this game. Okay. So I also, another thing I did not explain is that the game is, well, this is the first Mario game that introduces secret exits, which means there are 2 ways of beating a level. Sometimes there's more than 2 ways in a few levels, but you only have to find 2 different exits in order to count for the game's 96 exit requirement. Yeah, as I said, but like I said, you only have to get 2 different ones, and by 2 different ones, like, there's something called a regular exit and a secret exit. And so, oh man, I'm not explaining this right, but if you beat a level. Well, okay, so you can beat a level normally, or you could take a different path and get something called a secret exit. And you can tell that a level has a secret exit if the level on the map is red. If it's yellow, then the level only has 1 exit. So as you can see, the first 2 levels of Vanilla Dome only have red dots, and that's because there are 2 ways of beating the level. I didn't show the second way of beating Vanilla Dome 1, which I will. There is actually a really easy way to get it with if I kept Yoshi. There's a way to get it with the cape, but it's really hard, and I don't feel like wasting my time trying to do it that way. So I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna get it till later. Because it'll be easier. It'll be easier when I actually do that. Plus, this is actually the intended way of getting the secret exit of Vanilla Dome 1. So here's how you would actually do it. So here's the secret exit here. Oh yeah, you can whack enemies when you're holding something as well. That's by simply pressing the other run button. You have 2 run buttons in this game, and so I just press the other run button to whack enemies as I'm holding the key using the other run button. Okay, so you can actually get 2 lives there, which is pretty cool. And then you can also get some 1-ups from these coins as well if you so desire. That's how you get the 1-up here in this level. Ugh! Okay, I have one more chance. I have one more chance. I will get the very last one. I promise you. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, well, you will see when I get to roll 5. Alright, so we got the red. So now we have the red switch palace. The green and yellow switches contain power-ups. The yellow switch blocks contain mushrooms, and the green blocks contain capes. The red blocks contain nothing. Instead, they're just platforms. And this is the intended way of getting the secret exit here in Vanilla Dome 1. It's like that. And so now we get to actually do this, take this alternate path right here of Vanilla Dome. So here's a secret level, also has a secret exit, just like Donut Plains 1, Donut Plains Secrets. There's a bunch of coins here if you want a bunch of coins. So yeah, the switch palaces serve as like all they do is give you a safety and help you like while the green and yellow blocks are like the most useful blocks in the game because they actually contain power-ups, but if you have all 4 switch palaces, then every single level, well, most of the level, the more switch palaces you have activated, then the easier the levels will get, the later levels will get, which is, as you might imagine, really good. And you just saw that, and you just saw back in Vanilla Dome 1 that getting the secret exit. Well, the red switch palace allowed me to get the secret exit in that level, which is pretty good. Alright, so you want to fly up here in order to get to this pipe, because over here we have a secret exit. Now, not every secret exit contains keyholes, as you just saw right here. So this is a good example. This is a good example of demonstrating that not every single level secret exit contains keyholes and keys that you have to find to get to the keyholes. So, yeah. Okay. Now I believe, if I remember correctly, there is actually something. If I fly up on the top like this, yep, surely enough there is. There's a dragon coin up here. Okay, good. Not really. It's just something to show. Finding the dragon coins are pretty cool in this game, because like if you're just finding all the exits, then you would essentially be flying through most of the levels, which and then when you get the dragon coins, you're actually playing the levels instead of just flying through, which is what I like about the game, because the cape is pretty overpowered. So it's just a pretty good way of adding in like the different variety. There is actually a lot of like different categories of this game if you're getting into speedrunning, Super Mario World, which is really cool. I like following up with Super Mario World speedruns and see what cool stuff people have found with this game, because there are a bunch of really cool stuff in this game. Alright, so that was Vanilla Secret 2. It's a really annoying level. There's a lot of Koopa Troopas, and Koopa Troopas get more and more annoying as we get further into the game. Alright, so this level we have dolphins. You can eat dolphins in the Japanese version of this game, but that's not possible in this version. So yeah, you're normally supposed to platform on top of these dolphins, but they can be really weird at at times. And oh yeah, and then we have this guy, the Porky Puffer. People say it's Big Bertha, but it is not Big Bertha. Big Bertha is a completely different fish in this game. Big Bertha eats you. This fish does not eat you whatsoever. Instead, he ruins your day for the most part. So yeah. Alright, that was a pretty fun level. See, that level is a lot easier if you have the cape. And Yoshi, because you can just jump on the Porky Puffer and not care, which is awesome. Alright, what? Okay, there we go. Alright, what? What is going on? Oh my goodness, am I not gonna get any lives from this? That's gonna be bad, I'm not gonna get any lives. I didn't get any lives, wow. Well, that's a shame. But, okay, well, Mario still gives out his victory pose anyway. In Super Mario Advance 2, he doesn't give out his victory pose, which is, pretty weird. Oh well. Alright, so we have the first fortress of the game. Fortresses. There are no fortresses in this game that are required to go through. Or at least in the normal path of the developer intended path of the game, there are no fortresses at all. These fortresses are small castles. They're pretty much the mini castles, where you can, where of course they bring out some difficulty. As you can see, this is a underwater fortress. Oh god. Yup, I know it. Alright, that's fine. So yeah, so this fortress has dry bones, fish bones. In Mario Advance 2, you can whack these fish bones with a cape, but you can't do that in this version at all. Oh my goodness! Wow. Woo! Okay, there we go. All right, into the door we go. And this is Reznor, or in the Japanese versions, he's called Bui Bui, which is a weird name. There we go. Get out of here, Reznor. So there we go. That's all you have to do for Reznor. Most people who play New Super Mario Bros. 2 do not know that Reznor originates from this game, which is sad. But oh well, can't blame them. All right, and then now we open up World 4. Well, the other part of World 4. By the way, most people don't know that you can actually re-enter castles and fortresses like that. How did I do that? You just simultaneously press L and R, and that's it. Oh, and you can leave levels if you beat them already. You just start and select, and that's it. Alright, with that, I think that's gonna be it for this episode of Super Mario World. Next time we're gonna be going through the rest of Vanilla Dome. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.